Hey, February 21st, this is your real estate market update for Placer and Sacramento counties. My name's Alex. I'm with eXp Realty. Let's jump in and take a look. I want to start off by looking at interest rates. Interest rates are down to 6%, guys. And when you look at where we came from, we were up here almost to 8%. It's a significant drop, and what it brings is affordability back in the market. Affordability for buyers, obviously, but for sellers as well. I know a lot of sellers weren't listing their properties because they're like, look, I'm going to sell my property, I'm going to go buy a property, and my mortgage interest debt is going to have to be at a higher rate because you're transferring that to your new property, and it just led to the entire market being stuck. Now with rates coming down, feasibly right now, we could go in and negotiate a rate down in the mid fives with a rate buy down. I'm finding that some houses that have been on the market for 3 to 6 months, those sellers really want to sell. They don't just kind of want to sell. And we can go in and negotiate the rate buy down to make it even more affordable. When we're talking about the market, everyone say, hey, Alex, how's the market? Well, the market's really good right now, and I want to show you why. This is a 5 year look back at the market trends. And I want to point out that we're in a typical trend for our region. You can see right here that pending home sales are increasing. We have inventory that is a little higher than normal. You can see where we are in the December, January range, a little bit higher than normal. And then our pendings are down. So our sold properties are down. So I think this is adding up to be a really good home buying season as rates continue to come down. Looking at average price per square foot, I'm going to keep an eye on this number because it's trending up right now, but we'll see how steady how that maintains over time, because the other thing that's really spiked, and this is interesting, is check out what's happened to months of inventory. It's really gone up, and I think this is really that pent up demand to sell your house. I think a lot of people have been sitting on the sidelines, but they're going from I kind of want to sell to I really need to sell my house. And I think that's why we have this month of inventory spike. All right, assume list. Guys, don't sleep on this. I've put together this search for assume list. You can see the list in the description. I'll put the link in there. But there's some really good deals on the assume list. And what you're doing is you're going in and assuming the existing FHA or VA loan. Yes, you can assume a VA loan. We are doing this right now. And look at the interest rates you can get. So if you're looking at the interest rate market and go, I don't want to have a 6%. I don't even want to have a 5.5%. Well, right here, you can get a 2.52%. And so I put together this search for the entire valley. If you're not incredibly choosy about the type of house and specific neighborhood, you got to check this out. The only stipulation, they all have to be owner occupied. I have a lot of investors calling me saying, can I do an investor? I'm like, sorry, you can't. It's got to be owner occupied. As you know, I specialize in land and ranch properties. I'm certified to do land and ranch. And one thing I looked at this week is agritourism. There's a boom in agritourism regionally. And what we're talking about here is wineries, breweries, farm stands. And we have several really good examples in our region. One thing that's really trended lately is the rise of country breweries that are based out in uh, our country areas. Goat House Brewery, Hillin Brands, Dueling Dogs, all of those are in South Placer County. It's a trend that's really catching on, and I think it's kind of cool because it's pushing more people out into the country, and it is taking those country land and ranch properties and repurposing them and getting them back into production. Now, along the same note, in Loomis, I don't know how many people follow Loomis. I do because I live in Loomis. There was this idea by the town council to make an entertainment zone in downtown Loomis, and it was neat to go and look at it. But at the end of the day, I think they made the right choice in tabling it, because last night I was in downtown Loomis. My wife and I, we walked the dog, hung out, had dinner, that sort of thing, and we couldn't find a parking spot in downtown Loomis. And with this entertainment zone, it was really kind of loosely put together, in my opinion. And it was really relying on the parking lots in downtown to be part of this entertainment zone. And I just don't think we need any more of that. I know that some of the business owners in downtown Loomis, they get a little burnt out by the number of parades and events that we have that really limit access to businesses in downtown. It's great for some of the business. I know Gander Tap House, they always do great when there's events, but there's other businesses down there that just they see their numbers go down. So that's my market update this week. I've had a lot of people calling me wanting to do home evaluations, and that's really what I love to do. Go out, do a home evaluation, let you know what you need to do to get your house ready to get it to list. On the buyer side, I love working with buyers. My number one thing with working with buyers is I got to get your pre-qual first. The worst thing that can happen is you go out there, start searching on those third-party sites, start, asking me to go show you property without being pre-approved. How do you know what to look at until you've been pre-approved? What is your expected payment? What's your housing budget? You always got to start with the financial side before we get you out. I have lenders lined up to help you do that, and love to work with buyers in that regard. That's just where I start from. So that's my market update this week. And if you know anyone that's thinking about buying or selling a house, please refer them over to me. I love to get your referrals. And any questions that you have about buying or selling, obviously just reach out to me, and I will catch you next week.